Hello everybody, TQ's here. This video I'm going to show off my ancient battlefield team. I will be doing on level 9, but first we're going to take a quick look at the boss abilities. So, passive, he switches from sword form to shield form. And that's not a whole lot that has to do with that passive that we have to worry about. And then this one, the ultimate down inflicted on, I guess it's pronounced Garentius. I'm not 100% sure if I'm saying it right, but it's reduced by 50%. Additionally, for every 35% HP loss, the boss gains 75% damage reduction for 15 seconds. So the first part of it, the ultimate down reduced by 50%, is something we will have to consider. The other part is something we don't have a whole lot of control over, so we're not going to worry about that. Then control immunity is something most bosses have, so that's normal. And then this one deals necrotic damage to the first enemy and inflicts stun on them for 5 seconds. If the debuff is dispelled or fails to be inflicted in its duration, then the shield warrior is inflicted with necrotic damage and enters backfire for 10 seconds. And sword form deals necrotic damage to the enemy with the highest attack. This damage ignores 30% defense and their shield. So the second part of it we're not going to worry about too much. The first part, we do want to make sure we have an ally or a hero who is going to be able to resist the stun. And then backfire, you can see, reduces damage dealt by 20% and increases damage taken by 20%. So we would like to resist that so we get the full duration of backfire. This part switches to the shield form switches to the sword form and gains 40% attack up for 20 seconds. Meanwhile, all debuffs on the hero are dispelled. And when he's in sword form, he deals necrotic damage to all enemies and dispels all buffs on them. Gains 1 stack of total damage bonus permanently upon every dispelled buff. Switches to shield form and gains defense up 2 for 20 seconds. So ideally you want to build teams that have very few buffs for him to dispel and increase his total damage. And then also, the first part dispels all debuffs. I think he will dispel any debuffs on him, so we want to make sure that we apply debuffs after that second ability. And then third ability is just the same as the first one, so we want to have somebody to resist the stun. And final, switches to the sword form, gains 40% attack up, and meanwhile buffs are dispelled, so this is very much the same as the second. So it really has 2 abilities that alternate. And we're going to go into battle. And that's not what I wanted. Okay. So quick look at gear. Garius has Monolith and also Gatekeeper Staff for bigger shields. I did get lucky with the defense percent Moonlight Mantle. That'll give him 50% chance for the wearer to grant 50% increased healing and shield effects. So that's a good combination for him. Ardris has a Puppeteer set to give everybody increased defense around her. Ashedius has Emperor and Precise Gauntlets for more damage. And then Cinderella also has Emperor and Precise Gauntlets. And then Vinyara, I have Witch's Remains on her, which she's not the best for Witch's Remains, but within this lineup, that's who is probably the best person for it. And then of course Accuracy Rune, and then attack percentage on chest and gauntlets with again Emperor and Precise. And the skill timing, I'm trying to have Garius ult right before the boss ults to give everybody a big shield, and he will ult within the duration of Ardris ult so that he gets extra bonus healing from her ult. Shedius and Cinderella are just going to go as they can. I'm trying to time Vignar's ult so that she will ult after the boss's second ability, and then put attack down on him, and hopefully also defense down, and her ult will also cleanse any buffs that he has. So we'll go ahead and let this run one time. And then you see I got lucky and landed the defense down, and it cleansed all the buffs on the boss, and of course when he does his ultimate he gains a new one, but that's okay, can't really prevent that. But hopefully you'll see Vignar ult again here in a second and cleanse the attack and defense increase buff the boss has. Yep. So I don't think I mentioned earlier, but Vignar is really the one person I have to play with, or to counter the boss mechanics. She is absolutely incredible in this fight. I do have Garius and Ardreth, who are providing heals and shields. Cinderella does a little bit of healing also, but he's great at keeping attack down on the boss for as long as possible. And Ashedius, he is the one who is an exclusive, but he's actually the most replaceable because he's just supposed to do damage. So you really could put any other damage dealer in instead of him. And because I don't have any enabler for him, you can see he's not doing too much more than Cinderella. Well, now I look at it, Cinderella's doing a little more healing than Ardreth. I don't know if that's just based off of their timing when the boss is being able to break my shields or not. So it was a little bit over 3 minutes run. And we got it complete. Alright, thanks everybody joining me for this video. If you've got any questions, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, good luck out there. Hopefully everybody's doing well with the Elidio event. Have a good one.